What the hell is time series? It's a graph that looks like this. So time series is used to predict what a certain result will look like on any given time. So for example, this graph shows quarterly visitors at this Parkview Sanctuary, okay? Based on the timelines, plot the points for year 4. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw lines, trend lines, for each of these 4 seasons, okay? The first one's been done for us because I couldn't erase it when I did the question. And all we're going to do is use the plot line to predict what it's going to look like in year 4. So in year 4, number 1, I'm going to do this in green. Because the line goes like this, year 1 is going to be right here. Okay? Now let's do it for number 2. So now let's look at all the number 2s, which are this line, and this line. And let's put a line through them. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, sure. Now let's use this trend line to plot what quarter 2 will look like in year 4, which will be around here, won't it? Because it's following the trend line. Same with the third example, which we're going to do. For year 3, which is here, this one's year 3 and this one's year 3. Let's plot a line through them. So something that looks like this. Yeah, okay. Something like that. And so therefore, for year 3, this is what it's going to look like. Okay? Now I'm using big dots purely because this is big dots. Obviously you should be using crosses, but I'm just want you guys to see for the example. Now finally, let's go over year 4. So this is a year 4, this is a year 4, this is a year 4, and this is a year 4. So let's plot a line through them. And therefore, this is what it will look like in year 4. Okay? Now, overall, is the trend going down or is it going up? Well, as you can see, they're all steep, but they're steep towards the positive x-axis, right? And so therefore, they have to be going downwards. So if you think about it, the number of visitors is declining. Now let's use this plot line, this timescale diagram, which we can also put lines between them, to answer these questions. What is the projected peak quarter in year 4? So in year 4, which are these 4 points, which one is the highest? It's the 4th quarter, isn't it? So the answer is just going to be Q4. And likewise, what is the projected trout of year 4? Which one is the lowest? It's obviously going to be number 1. And so that is how you plot and how you read timescale diagrams. Is this video making sense so far? Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video like it again. Now let's look at this question. A music festival takes place each year from 2011. The table shows the number of people who attend each year. The first 4 are done for you. Plot the timescale diagram. Okay, so we can use the timescale diagram to show the following. Where is 2015? 2015, the number of people was 2023. So around 2000. So something like that. At 2016, it was 2,612. So somewhere around here. For 2017, it's going to be 3,251. So somewhere around here. Yeah, halfway through. There we go. And for the last point, 2018, it's going to be 3,780. So something like this one. Okay? Let's plot a line through each of them. So now that we've completed the graph, right? How can we use this graph to estimate the number of people who will attend in 2019? What we can do is we can find the range of the previous two and estimate it for the next two. So for the next two, for the previous two, excuse me, 2017 minus 2018. Actually, other way around, but you understand what what is that? Sorry. I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing that out. Minus 2018. That's just going to be 3,780 minus 3,251, which is equal to 529. Okay? So that is the increase of 529. So that's how much they are increasing the attendees each year. So we can use that time scale to increase it by 529 as well. Okay? So 2019, it's just going to be 3,780 plus 529, which gives us an answer of 4,309. Okay? So all we're doing with timescale diagrams is we are using the previous solutions to estimate what the values are going to be later. If that doesn't make sense to you, then join my Discord server and ask me whatever questions you want. For fast responses, guaranteed. Now let's take a look at this question. For this one, we're told the table shows the number of computers solved in Tom's shop in each quarter between 2015 and 2017. So use the graph to show this information. Well, we know that for each of them, this is going to be 27. So if this is 0.1, 27 is roughly here. 0.2 is going to be 40. So let's put 40 here. Yeah. 0.3 is going to be at 30. So let's go to 30, which is there. And finally, at quarter 4, it's going to be 58, which is all the way up here. Let's draw in some lines to make sure it makes sense. I'm going to draw dotted lines just so it looks like the diagram so far. But you can draw straight lines if you want to. Now, Tom adds the 3 results from quarter 1 and he adds the 3 results from quarter 4. The ratio of total number of computers sold in quarter 1 compares to quarter 5 is 2 to 5. Is he correct? Well, let's add the first 3 quarters or the 3 results of quarter 1. So Q1 is equal to 13 plus 20 plus 27, which is equal to 60. And the other one, the sum of Q4 is equal to 45 plus 47 plus 58. Okay? So all we're doing is we're adding what we have so far. Now let's add them up together. And we get 150. And now let's work them out as a ratio. 60 to 150 is equal to 2 over 5. So yes, he is correct. Make 2 comments about Tom's sales over the period of 2015 to 2017. That is just looking at the trend lines. As you can see, is he getting better at selling or worse? Well, he's obviously getting better, isn't he? 45 to 47 to 58. So it's an increasing time scale. Yeah? Now, what else could you say about Tom's selling? Well, you can also say which one is the trough or which one is the peak. So sales peak in the fourth quarter. Yeah, does that make sense? Because those are two things that definitely happened over 2015 to 2017. Tom predicts that he will sell more than 60 computers in the fourth quarter of 2018. What assumption has he made? Well, he is making an assumption that if we take a look at his time trend line, you can see that it's not entirely straight. So he's not making any assumptions there. But if you can look carefully at his results, from here to here, it's going to be +2. So he's making the assumption that he's going to only increase by 2. And those are your final answers. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to pass your exams with flying colours, drop me an email and we can organise a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.